Alright, so this video is dedicated to Atomic Heart, and these two videos is basically saying to oppose not buying Atomic Heart and to applying to buying Atomic Heart. And I'm also making this video for just fun because like there's one that's saying please don't buy Atomic Heart while the other one's saying please buy Atomic Heart, and it's just hilarious that there should be someone in the middle that's saying should you buy Atomic Heart? Which is going to be this video, of course. But with all that being said and done, I'm going to point out every single pros and cons that both of these videos explain about Atomic Heart and try to figure out if you guys should buy it or not buy it. Starting with the please don't buy Atomic Heart video. In the video, he explains about points that are in relation with the idea that Atomic Heart is supporting the Ukrainian war conflict and aiding the Russian army. He also explains that the people that are working in the company that is creating Atomic Heart are also in relation with like major businesses and like things that are like controlled by the Russian government and stuff. Like, very interesting point of what he's trying to explain. He also pointed out that he is Ukrainian, and although that is kind of interesting to hear about him, it's also interesting that it might be the video that he created was also emotionally driven, since the Ukrainian war conflict that was happening in Ukraine and all the people that are dying over there is kind of sad. And in general, I can understand how he's trying to make this video for, and in general, that's okay. If this guy is watching, it's okay, man. I'm not against nor supporting you, but at the same time, I am not in support of what's happening in Ukraine. Some other points that he talked about is about the robots, the communist aesthetic, the oh man, it's hard to remember what I'm trying to think about because I'm not like referencing everything that's in front of me. I'm trying to remember everything in my head, but just stay with me. He also explains how you can support Ukraine by either not buying the game, refunding your pre-order, and also he said that if you still want to buy the game and this video has not changed your mind, that's perfectly fine. And that's pretty much about it that I could remember from that video he created. Next, we're going to go to the video, Please Buy Atomic Heart. And in the video, he explains about the person who created Atomic Heart, the person that is directing the idea and like script of Atomic Heart and stuff, and how the guy that created Atomic Heart like jumped on to like making it into a video game instead of a movie, and how multiple major business companies are like jumping on to this like game and how they're helping supporting it, development and stuff. And after explaining about the video game, he also goes into detail about the video, Please Don't Buy Atomic Heart. Basically, the entire video was forwarding that if you buy Atomic Heart, you're nothing, and yada yada yada, like everything that we explained in the other video. This is basically the video like Please Buy Atomic Heart is basically a response to Please Don't Buy Atomic Heart and stuff, and it basically points out about the good things that are in Atomic Heart while basically responding to the video about Please Don't Buy Atomic Heart, if you can catch what I'm trying to explain. With all that being said and done, I'm now going to point out the pros and cons from both videos. Starting with Please Don't Buy Atomic Heart, explains about reports that he researched about the development and the people that are a part of developing Atomic Heart and how they might be in connection with the Russian government. Although, on the other hand, cons, most of the entire video might be driven by emotions. And he also explains that he is Ukrainian, which also might be driven by the emotion due to his nation being attacked by the Russians, and how the company that's producing Atomic Heart, which is in Russia, is kind of like an enemy to him in some case. I don't know. I'm not really trying to put a villain or a good guy in this situation. I'm just trying to think of what I can remember on the top of my head from these two videos. For the Please Buy Atomic Heart video, in the video, he explains about the backstory of Atomic Heart and how the game was developed by a Russian man, and how the man wanted to create a movie, and that idea of Atomic Heart changed to producing a video game, and how the guy discovered Unreal Engine, and how major companies like jumped on to like supporting the game and its productions and stuff. All in all, it's just about how the video game was gaining attention and how its development was progressively getting better. But on the other hand, most of the video run span is about 5 minutes or more, if I can remember. And from how the video was made, it was a response video, which is make it small, tries to explain about what he thought about the video, about please don't buy Atomic Heart and stuff. Basically, it didn't really go about why you should buy the game Atomic Heart, which is kind of worrying in some case, because one is like very long and goes into detail about why you shouldn't buy Atomic Heart, while on the other hand, one is trying to support the idea of buying the game. And unfortunately, the entire video is like small. Now, with all our evidence and our conclusions, it's safe to say I don't know if you really should buy the game. Not in the point that it's like, it's a game that's based off of the communism, and like, communism is kind of bad. And not in the way of like, the game is kind of cool, and the people in the game is kind of great, and like, don't agree on people that is negative and stuff, like, yada, yada, yada. I don't know how to say it, because I'm not trying to villainize one of the sides, because at the end of the day, the game is just there, and when it's released, it's your decision to buy the game. Now, before I go, I'm going to explain about my point on Atomic Heart. Now, I'm not going to support that I like it or that I dislike it, but I'm going to explain what I see from this game. Atomic Heart is basically about a game about an alternate history, about the Soviet Union, and a Art Deco retro white futuristic design. And from the way it looks and from how its world building is introduced, it's quite interesting to see more about how this entire world slowly destroy itself by, I don't know, robots or like supernatural stuff. It presents a lot of interesting designs and aesthetics that I, for myself, is quite amazed at. And mostly some of the things that are created, mostly the train in the trailers that I've seen, really is an inspiration for other creations that I want to work on. I could possibly even try to make that train out of Lego in the future if I have enough pieces of it, but all in all, the game has some interesting aesthetic. And that's where I'm going to leave this video at. So basically, in conclusion, if you want to buy the game, go buy the game. If you don't want to buy the game, don't buy the game. If you want to see people play the game, go ahead. But at the end of the day, Atomic Heart is just a game.